Okay, so yeah, we get scared, and we shouldn't be. Okay, life is always changing. There's always going to be something new that we are introduced to, and there is no limit to how much our brains can learn and hold. Okay, so we should always push ourselves to learn more. Okay, especially in our day and age, that there's technology. We are now living in an era of fourth industrial revolution. Things are changing. So we can't be in a position where we want to do things in the old way. Like really, you want to keep money under your mattress still. It can't be. It can't be. Okay, things have evolved. Banking. We now know about, even within just the fiat currency space of keeping money, there's now Time Bank. Okay, it's not a cryptocurrency bank. It is a fiat currency based bank, but things are digital. Okay, they mainly deal with rands, but it's digital money. You just open a bank account at the door, at Pick and Pay, or on your phone, and you can start using money. Okay, people are open to that. So we shouldn't be scared of using cryptocurrencies. Okay, now cryptocurrencies are money that we know. We know that what you call Bitcoin is money. Okay, it's a nice and safer option, or easier option to manage than the paper money. Okay, I am my own banker. I can move money this side and put it somewhere else. You know, I can have as many exchanges as I want, and know that this one I'm storing, this one I am, you know, using to transact with. It's entirely up to me. I can have exchanges that are outside of South Africa. Okay, that's a nice thing. For example, we also use CoinMill, which is in China. I have never ever in my life owned any account that is outside of South Africa, except for now with prices. Okay, I have what you call the other one, Wirex. I used to have Wirex, and I even had a banking card, like a crypto exchange card for Wirex. Until obviously banks, maybe with government, they decided that the cards should not be used because everybody at some point was skeptical and you know, not trusting this Bitcoin thing. Okay, so we're going to look at the exchange, because that's where things start, and we're going to look at the currency Bitcoin. Okay, how to use Bitcoin. Now, if you want to understand cryptocurrencies, first and foremost, you have to understand Bitcoin, I think. Okay, I don't know if anyone, you can unmute yourself and tell me if you learned cryptocurrencies using another currency just from the beginning. I know some of you were introduced. You can hear me, right? I know some of you were only introduced to crypto now with Bitcoin Vault. But even with that, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Fundi, we can hear you.
Okay.
There's about five.
Say that again.
Guys that we can hear you. I'm saying there's about 5 guys on the meeting, but their mics are not connected, so I doubt they can hear you.
Oh, okay. Anyone whose mic, please just text everyone. Just write a text to everyone if you see maybe something. Thanks for that, Tabo. Because some people are new even to Zoom. Hey, so let's please help them. Yo, the admissions desk. I regret. Okay, so I was saying that yes, most of us are introduced to cryptocurrencies through knowing Bitcoin Vault. We know we are mining Bitcoin Vault. But even with Bitcoin Vault, you see, even on our presentations, it is important that we know Bitcoin. Why? Because that is the mother of all cryptocurrencies. The beginning of all cryptocurrencies, as we know them, started with Bitcoin. So when you understand Bitcoin and how Bitcoin works, you can even tell when something is not right, or someone is telling you about a you know, fake coin, or you know, some coin that is just made up, and there are such things. So you can, even if you are transacting on other coins as altcoins, you can easily do that because you understand at least how Bitcoin, everything else is, you know, coming out of the trend that Bitcoin has set. All right, so I will share with you. This is not going to be a very lengthy one because we are not presenting as such, but we are directly looking at what do we do. We should be all able to transact, to deposit money on the exchange, and also to send or withdraw. Those are basic things, same things that you would do when you have a bank account, isn't it? So yeah, we're gonna learn or have a look at that. What do I do, or how do I buy? The company that we deal with, Mining City, is dealing with cryptocurrency, accepts cryptocurrency. They don't accept rands or dollars. When we have the prices indicated in rand value, it's just an indicator of how much the equivalent of fiat currency, okay? And it's a global currency, but it is not to say that you can directly pay them with the dollar, okay, or with the rand, okay? So we have to understand how we use these cryptocurrencies. Tell me if you can see my screen. I tried to share.
Yes, we can, Fundi.
Thank you. Which screen do you see? Do you see Zoom or do you see Altcoin?
I'm seeing the Altcointrader.
Okay, I don't. Weird thing is that I don't. Okay. Where is it? Okay, just give me a moment. I want to see it on my side too because I can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these admissions. Can you see my altcoin still?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay,
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. So first thing is we use mainly two cryptocurrency exchanges, right? Which is Altcointrader and Luno. Now, a lot of people have most probably been introduced to Luno because it is app-based. There is more than just these two, okay? So if your sponsor tells you about something else, don't say that, no, maybe it is not, or, easily dismiss it. Just find out which exchange that is, but they all basically work in a similar way, okay? So, what you will do, for purposes of this session, I will use Altcointrader, okay? So let's say now this is your first time, or you're introducing someone for the first time, they don't have a wallet at all. So what do? This person can go on this website and register themselves, okay? I've already logged in here. But if you are not logged in, you will see where you would log in, and you will also see where it says register if you don't have an account. Now, registering is easy. You just use an email. I hope people have notepads or something to write with. So you would register using an email, and then you would create a password for yourself, okay? So just like any other maybe exchange or any other platform, they will maybe ask you that when you create your password, it must have a character with a special symbol, or it must also have numbers and capital letter, you see. So just mix it. It must be alphanumeric to meet the criteria, okay? So now you have registered and you are already in. So what then will you do? You want to deposit money. This is your menu button, okay? So you would click here and then get this drop down list, okay? Now, in most cases, preferably make sure that as a user, your personal profile is populated. So you will go into this space and you will click on profile and you will populate. It's very easy to do that. I don't have to click there, right? So you will put in your personal information in there, all right? Now, when you are starting with Altcointrader or you are using Luno, the limit for a new user is normally 0 or let's say 1 rand to 15,000 rands, okay? So that's how much money you would be able to deposit, okay? So if, for example, now you want to buy a bigger pool or a bigger package, you then have to do what? FICA your account, let's say, okay? Meaning that you have to increase the limit or the level of transacting for your account. So that's easy. You just basically will attach your ID, and you will also attach your proof of residence. Those things you find on this profile tab here, okay? So it's easy. You'll see where it says attach, and it also gives you guides that you must attach, you know, the picture must be like this, right? You know, all the details are written there. So now what you want to do, we said, is you want to deposit money. It is good and most preferable that you use EFT, okay, to do deposits. Now let's try and have a look at this one here. You click on deposit. I hope, I see 51. I hope there's no one at the door. Okay, so it asks you, what do you want to deposit? Now, don't be intimidated. Most of the time, this thing is not difficult, guys. Honestly, it is just not difficult. Always think of a computer or gadget as this is an extension of your mind. So it's just asking you a question. What do you want to do? You see, so you think that way, I want to deposit. What do you want to deposit? That's basically what it's posing to you now. Do you want to deposit rands? Do you want to deposit cryptocurrencies? And of course, because this platform also has gold and silver option, then is that what you want to do? You don't even know about this and haven't heard anyone talking about this one. So these are the two things that you want to do. But you know that currently the person that you are introducing does not have cryptocurrency yet, right? We're talking about a new person here. So they want to deposit South African rands, okay? I hope there isn't a person maybe that is out from outside the country that I may seem like I'm, you know, excluding from the conversation. But if there is, you are welcome to unmute and maybe indicate that. What about me? So in our case, we want to deposit rands, okay? So you click on South African rands, yes?
Sorry, my leader. I see there's some people saying that they want to get into onto the call in the group chat.
Let's see. This is on participants.
Sorry to break you up.
What do I do, guys, with this thing? How do I now go and admit? Oh, there, let me, no, the thing is I can't host if, yeah, there, I see it. Sorry, guys. Hello. Thanks, leader. Yo, I didn't expect a response this big, guys.
No problem.
It's now 23 minutes. And still... Okay. Okay, I think everybody's in. Okay, tell me again if there's anyone. Thanks, Heinrich. Let's go back to, how do I go back to that screen? Okay, you can see my altcoin. Huh? Hello? Heinrich, can you see my Altcointrader screen?
Yes.
Okay, so now we said that you want to deposit your signing up money. So, yes, meaning that you deposit the amount, all right? Now, let's, in the case where you have deposited, let's say in this case, maybe it's an amount for primary plan. Yeah? You will see exchanges have fees. So in the amount that we normally give you, or we give a person that is new, obviously we tell them a fee that kind of, you know, include fees, right? Because it won't be the exact same amount, and we don't want shortages by the time that we are paying an invoice. Okay, so now we said that you make your first choice. It asks you, what do you want to do? I want to deposit. What do you want to deposit? I want to deposit South African rands. Oh, there we go. It now opens again, South African rands, or do you want to use Zeppa? So what do? you just select the one that you want. You want to do South African rands. It's money, it's a paper money name. Maybe it's not on Zeppa. I don't know how to use Zeppa, guys. I've never used it. Okay. So then what this will do is it will give you details. Okay. Banking details. You can't just take anybody's banking details, preferably take your banking details. You're gonna use EFT. It's safer to use your specific banking details, your specified banking details, okay, as you are given by your platform. So this account number that you see here, it is Altcointrader's account with Standard Bank, okay? So you will be depositing in Standard Bank, you're depositing in Altcointrader's bank account, which is this here. All right. So, but how is Altcointrader going to know that this money belongs to Fundis? So they will look at this reference because this is a unique reference that is only given to me. Okay. It's not for everyone. It is specifically for me. Okay. So now you have this reference and you then want to make your deposit. You take these details. And on your banking app, whichever bank you bank with, whether it is FNB or it is Nedbank or ABSA or what you call Capitec, create a beneficiary in your banking app. Okay? And when you're creating that beneficiary, you will use these details here. And on where it says reference, the most important thing is that you make sure that you have this reference, okay, correctly. Now, on some, on some banks, you will find, I know Luno is an existing beneficiary, so just look, okay, if it's giving you problems or maybe rejects when you're creating your own recipient, then just look at bank listed beneficiaries. If Altcointrader is not already listed there, or if Luno is not already listed there. I hope we're still going together. And then what you will do is, depending on which bank you then deposited with, okay, because at this point when you were depositing, all you wanted was these steps so that you get these depositing details. When you get these, you use your app, you carry your deposit, you transfer EFT via EFT. I prefer that. With Altcoin, you can even go to the teller and they will assist you with depositing. With Luno, you don't go to the tellers, guys. Okay, so now let's have a look at this. Now, the money is already in this account. So what do we do now? Okay. It depends how long it's going to take, whether it is the same bank, maybe if it's Standard Bank or you went straight to the bank, it can appear on the same day. But if it is maybe Nedbank to this Standard Bank account, then it might appear on a different day, like the 48-hour rule applies, as we know, you know. So yes, we are dealing with cryptocurrencies, but at this point, we are still dealing with fiat currency, paper money, because we have not yet converted this money into cryptocurrency. Okay, so now the money is appearing on the account. What do you then do? You wanted to buy Bitcoin, isn't it? The whole exercise was so that you can be able to buy Bitcoin. What do you do then? You click on this buy section. How much money do you have? You've got 5,756, okay? I prefer that you buy with everything that is in your wallet. Don't leave anything, because what's the point? You could have left it in the bank, né? Okay, so it is 57, sorry, this makes it easy because you can see where it says the ZA column. We want to buy, so we will use this side. And even on the phone, you've got a similar view, okay? Even though one, because of the phone, the space on the phone screen, then one is listed under the other, right? So what you do is you will click at the bottom here. This is the amount of Bitcoin, okay? And the price of Bitcoin. So you look at this part here, it's mostly will correlate with what is at the top here. Okay, so when the currency is very active, sometimes it changes while you are still busy, but don't panic. Okay, your focus is on your rands, okay, your fiat currency. So what do? You type in, I think it was let's see again, 5756. Okay, you paste if you want, 5756. Okay, so it means that this money is not going to buy me a full Bitcoin, right? That we know, because a full Bitcoin is this amount, 212,000, 401. So what we are going to get is just a fraction of Bitcoin, okay? And we're happy with that. So that's why it says not point, not to Because someone asked me, why is my money zero now? Why is it showing me zero? There's no money. It's there. It's just converted in another form, okay? In the form that you actually wanted, okay? So you want to buy Bitcoin, and you're buying at the current price that the exchange is selling at, okay? So you buy. Okay, then it shows you this screen here that says confirm buy order. Okay, so we are ordering. Why does it ask us buy order? Let me click first, then I tell you why. Okay. You talking to me? Okay, so look at this. Look at what happens here. Do you remember how much we were buying it? 5,000 and something, né? And it told us that we are getting 0.02, but it's not showing the whole amount here. Don't panic. If you check and you find that it's not the whole amount, then this is what you can, where you can see, okay, if the whole amount is processed or not. Okay, this is my current buy offer. Yeah. Now, what does this mean? What are these things that are happening here? Okay, we say that Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency. Okay, so at any point on the exchange, when you log in, or even if you don't log in, but at any point, the exchange is always busy with people that are transacting with cryptocurrencies. So another one is buying, another one is selling their currency. Okay, so the cryptocurrency is changing hands based on, there's people that are trading the currencies. Okay, like Bitcoin. There's people that make money from trading Bitcoin. I'm sure you've heard that when we do presentations, that you can either buy and hold, or you can trade Bitcoin, or you can mine it like us, okay? So at this point, we were buying, meaning that on this exchange, we would expect, we're not buying it from the bank, and this particular exchange is not owning these Bitcoins that we are asking for, okay? They are owned. What the exchange does is that it just provides a platform for people like you and I to exchange, be it our rent for a Bitcoin or any other coin. Okay, so you can see here that it says current sell offers. So meaning that there's people who are selling at this one, even selling 50 rand yak, 50 rand yak back. Maybe this, this, and then you see these ones. There are people who are offering to buy these the Bitcoins on the exchange. Okay, so what the exchange does is it looks at what are the prices that people are selling at, and it just matches, and then that's when the money goes. So for now, it means that only, even for the money that the amount that I was buying it, but everything has gone. Okay, it's not fully processed. Do you see? So based or depending on whether I was very much in a hurry or not, I can wait for this offer to be fully processed, okay, or the price to come back at what I was buying it at, or I can cancel and go and buy again. What happens if I cancel the order? Do you see? Okay, if I cancel, the money is back here, okay? So I'm no longer buying, or I'm no longer considered amongst the people that are now buying. It is back on the ZAR wallet. So if I want to again, I can go back. Why would I do this? If the price has changed while I was trying to buy, then it means that maybe the bus left me, I will probably not get that offer again because the currency is performing and it's moving up. So, you know, I can wait until, and it's just not coming back to that price. So if I want to buy at the current price, I have to go back to maybe cancel like I did, and then go back. Easy. It's not difficult. Just put in your the amount here again, and then just buy. There's no way that your money can go missing. It's not gonna go out of this exchange. You see, now it's gone successfully, order successfully placed, and boom, everything is gone into Bitcoin form. Okay, so now I can proceed and maybe buy my pool share or whatever, or even send to whoever I wanted to send it to overseas or wherever. Okay, I can now transact in Bitcoin. All right. So this is basically what you do. I know that because I'm talking over this, it may seem like it's complicated and intimidating because the screen looks busy, but it's very easy. And your money is not gonna get lost. It is still here in front of you. It's just a matter of finding out what form is it? Is it rands or is it in Bitcoin? Okay, and then you have bought. All right. So the other thing that we normally do is we now want to buy a package, right? Now that we have Bitcoin, we want to buy a package in, let's say, for example, in Mining City. Okay. So what you would do is you would go to Mining City, obviously, or wherever you want to send the amount to. Now, if you look with me on this list, where is send? Who wants to volunteer and tell me where is send? I'm asking you people. Yeah. Where is send, guys?
Send will be on your withdrawals.
Exactly. Okay. So send is also withdraw. Okay. Because basically it's what you want to do. You want to take the money out of this exchange to some other place. Okay. So on this one in particular, they don't say send. On other exchanges, they do say send, like no uses send. Okay, so you would click a send button there. Here you want to get a, or you want to, what you call, you will use withdraw. Same thing, it asks you, what do you want to withdraw? I want to withdraw the, it's not what you call, rands anymore. It is now, the money is now changed into Bitcoin form, okay? So you now will want to click into Bitcoin. When you have clicked on Bitcoin, what does it ask you? It gives you, sorry, in cryptocurrency. Remember I said that Bitcoin is the mother of all cryptocurrencies. So, you know, it symbolizes, it even stands for that even here. So you're not done when you have clicked on this Bitcoin part yet as per Altcointrader. So look for this one as well at the bottom, okay? So now this one tells us it's BTC, Bitcoin that you are sending. And please don't confuse Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Just because we are dealing with money, don't think Bitcoin Cash is what we are dealing with. Ne? It's another cryptocurrency on its own, okay? Yeah, so stick to Bitcoin for now until you know what is Bitcoin Cash or you really want to transact in Bitcoin Cash. So now we want to transact in Bitcoin, in this one, yeah, okay? In Bitcoin. So if you then, we said that we want to send the currency out, so click on Bitcoin and then scroll at the bottom here. So let's assume that you have your friend or you have had already opened an invoice. Just want to see if I still have what I wanted here. Okay, so let's just say that you have the address. No? All right, yeah. No, not everything. Okay. So you have an address from an invoice that was generated in Mining City, or the person that you are sending these Bitcoins to has sent you an address. Addresses always work with copy and paste better, guys, or scan, okay? So I prefer that people copy and paste. Please don't try, and I've never in my whole involvement life with Bitcoin tried to type out an address, because really this is confusing. Titi, and then my child comes in here and then I don't know whether it's capital letter or small letter. Eh? So rather copy and paste, okay? And then the amount, also with the amount, but at least with the amount it's easier to type because it's lesser figures, okay? So maybe you don't want to transfer everything, you just want to transfer a fraction of this, okay? Because this amount here is what is sitting in your wallet. If it was everything, you would simply just click on this thingy here, né? It copies it, all right? If it is not everything, let's say you have generated an invoice that says that it must be 0.01, okay? So it tells that's a proper figure, okay? Now, let's assume that you were sending this to pay an invoice with Mining City. On your Mining City invoice, you see that there is 0.0264 or whatever, right? So what you need to do is if you type the amount directly as is given by the invoice here, né? We said that the amount is possibly 0.0264, okay? Please pay attention to this. It's very important. The invoice gave you an amount and it said it must be 0.0264. And you went here and typed it directly. What is happening here? How much money is going to be sent on the other side? Anyone?
The person that you're sending the Bitcoins to will receive only 0.0259 because of the fee, which is 0.0005 Bitcoin.
Thank you, sir. There is a fee here that you have to pay up front with these ones. You have to pay, you have to count it in, work it in. So when they give you the figure, you now have to work in this amount, okay? So in this case, then it would mean that you can use a calculator on the side, maybe before you even type in or punch in the number here, that it will then be 9, right? Because it is 301, né? So can you see that if you then add that 5 on that place, okay, on that 4th decimal place, then it goes back to the amount that is required by the invoice. Okay, on some exchanges, on Luna, it's fine. They will charge it on what is left in your wallet. But with Altcoin, you have to add it manually before you send out that money, okay? Otherwise, your invoice will have a shortage, your pool will not be processed at the same time, your money is still in Bitcoin form, and if Bitcoin goes down while your money is still, you know, in shortage somewhere and all of that stuff, then you might have to top it up. So make sure that you do everything right before it's all sent off, okay? Cool beans so far? Now, okay, sorry, we're not done. Then what you will do, obviously, you know that everything is proper, then you will click on withdraw. Once you have clicked on withdraw, you will get a notification at the top here that you will you have to click on email to confirm the transaction, to approve of this transaction. Okay, because it might be that maybe Fundi, played around somewhere with your logins, guessed them right, and she's trying to move some money out of your wallet. Okay, I'm not saying I do that, I don't, but I just mean it's a security measure that is in place to make sure that you confirmed, you approved the transaction based on the email that you also offered when you were starting, okay, or when you signed up on the exchange. So far, what question do we have, guys? Are there any questions?
Yes,
Oh,
I do
yes.
have a question, Fundi.
Yes, ma'am. Admit.
When you, as you said in the beginning, that you sometimes the bank doesn't allow you to add it as a beneficiary. Like with me, I use ABSA, and when I want to add in the like Luno details, it doesn't allow to my ABSA account. It rejects it, and I don't know what to do then after.
Have you checked on bank listed? I don't know, ABSA. I haven't dealt
Fundi,
with.
I
Yes,
can
sir.
answer that one.
You can ask.
So basically, I've also deposited with ABSA. ABSA, Luno is already registered as a beneficiary on ABSA.
Yeah.
So you don't need to list them again. You will just go into the into your current listed what do you call this, beneficiaries. They already listed.
Okay, so I don't create a new one. I just click pay.
No.
And then under
No, so
pay
you
it will
just go
appear.
pay. Yes, pay a beneficiary, yes. And you just type in, you go to the search column and you just type in Luno and it will automatically give you their details.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay,
can
then
just,
thank you so much.
if you want to, I'll put my number in. If you need help, you can just message me privately.
Okay, okay, thank you so much.
Okay, I'll put my
Thanks.
number in the comments.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No worries.
I'll save
You're
it.
welcome.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else with a question so far, guys?
Hi, Fundi, it's Tabo here.
Hello, Tabo.
Hi. What you just showed everyone now in sending the invoice amount with Altcointrader. This is actually the first time I see it because I use Altcointrader to pay invoices on Mining City, and I've never had to work it out into that 0.005 into the amount. I've never had to do that, and it does accept that invoice number. So I always thought that charge is worked out in the price that they give you or the amount that they give you.
Okay. Nice one. You know what you most probably do? You most probably overpay the invoice. What you most probably do is, let's see if I can go back to that screen. So upfront, chances are you just look at the amount. Tell me if I'm wrong. Do you just click on this here, or do you click the amount?
No, I actually work out, I copy the amount that they give you on the invoice from Mining City, and then I come and copy it onto the amount that's needed. I don't work out the 0.5, I just paste it as is, and then I just send it like that.
Wow.
And it's always accepted.
Lucky you.
I did exactly the same when I was showing Teddy as well. She did the same thing. She's never had to work out that fee. Yeah.
Recently, I don't know if Busi is on the call because we had the exact same thing where the amount was a shortage. For me, it's always been an issue that a person has to add. You saw the amount even now that when you type in lesser, what comes out here, you see. So with Busi also had a similar thing, but I'm sure maybe she's not on the call. And her transaction was just lingering somewhere, and in fact they made the money bounce back to altcoin. They didn't accept it. They wanted the transaction IDs and all that stuff, because it wasn't enough. So for most people, I know that it's the first time I also hear that someone can just type in the invoice amount, work in the fees. Okay, But I would say, before the amount even leaves the invoice, make sure that here is the amount that is on invoice rather than work shortage. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Because even if you round off the figures, maybe, I don't know, maybe you round off, I don't know. But as long as that amount is proper here, it's the full amount on the invoice. Unless when you've got a special wallet, they patch up for your differences in mining city. But for most people, we might not be that lucky. We have to make sure we pay full invoice amount and not have shortages. Okay.
All right, answered.
Hi, Fundi. Can I ask another question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible, let's say you put in the right amount as you've just explained, and under you will receive blah, blah, blah. It's exactly the invoice amount. And then when you go to buy, like when you do your transaction, is it possible that it's short again, that because of the markets, like when you were doing that transaction? Or if you are here on this stage, like this last stage here, and you are under, you will receive, and does that mean it can't now change again due to markets, or can it still change and then your invoice is short and then you have?
What happens is with anyone that trades in Bitcoin, if they've given you a price, like especially with Mining City, the invoice has a timer. So whatever amount they gave you is valid for that 30 minutes time, okay, and on that address. So they are good like that they won't say, oops, the currency jumped, so now you're short of some money. Whatever they charged you on that invoice, they will stick to that just pay this amount, okay? They won't change it just because currency went up or currency went down. Are you answered? Leadership. Are you answered, my leader? Or is it me?
Hi, sorry, I was cut. I'm not sure if you're talking to me. I cut a little, so I only came back now.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that Mining City is good in that they generate an invoice that has a timer. And most places actually where you are sending Bitcoin, they will give you an invoice that has a timer, okay, on it. That this transaction is valid on this Bitcoin address for this amount of time. So as long as you pay that amount, if for example, 5 minutes after you have generated that invoice, the price of Bitcoin jumps up, they won't say, oops, you are now short. Okay, so they'll process and honor the invoice that they gave you, that this is the invoice, okay, or the amount that we need from you.
Understood. Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. And any other question, guys? Are we comfortable with how to use the exchange? Is there anyone on this call that says that I didn't know where to start, but I think now I do have an idea of how to open my own or send money? At least I've got one thumbs up. Anyone else? You can unmute and talk to me.
Hi, Sifunde.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm good about the presentation on Altcointrader, but I had a problem here when they have to ask about the proof of payment when you're paying someone. You see, when you finished withdrawing your Bitcoins, then at the end it will give you the tax ID number and the
Yes.
address that you send the money to.
Yes.
Then for the proof of payment purposes, they say you must copy that TX ID number to blockchain.
Correct.
Then when you get to blockchain, you will see the block there where it says search. You click there, you paste, and you say search.
Yes.
I've been struggling to get that box that says search. I will see the box, then I will paste the TX ID number, but I can't see the search button.
Okay, let's go to blockchain.
Please.
As if we are looking for that TX ID name or that transaction. We go to withdrawals. Okay. Let's look at, so if then, let's say you paid an invoice and money is not in your wallet and the package is not bought. So then what do? In this case, you go on history. You want to see the history of the transaction, isn't it? So what was it? It was a withdrawal because you were sending the money. Okay.
You were breaking this funding.
Okay, so I was saying that we want to see the history of transactions because we want to see what is happening. Don't tell me that no connection. Okay, let's just wait for this quickly. I hope it doesn't kick me out. I'm actually surprised my network behaved today. Let's see. Okay, so here is the let's say maybe it's this transaction here. And so what are you doing? Let's go back. We go to menu, we go to history, and we click on withdrawals because we made a withdrawal and we want to see where that money went. That's what we were saying. So yes, so maybe it's the last transaction. So you click on that part there on the INET to show the details of the transaction.
Yes.
Okay. And so here's the TX ID or hash ID. TX meaning transaction ID. This is the proof of payment, okay? We normally say blockchain is a public ledger where everybody can see, what transactions took place without showing the names or the faces of the people, okay? So here is the search in our case. Do you normally see this part here?
Yes.
Okay.
I normally see that.
Yeah, so you can click it here. You can punch it in here. Let's see what happens if we click enter. So it shows us the blocks and everything. Then it should show like this. The transaction would show like this. Yes. Okay. Yes. Other than that, if you still can't see it, maybe this is another option. Still, you can type in either the Bitcoin address that you were sending to. Let's say, for example, you know that this is the address that they gave me and I sent money to this address, okay? They can't deny because you will just copy that address, you paste the address here, even if it's not the TX ID, because like my friend that I referred to earlier, she didn't have the TX ID, she just had the Bitcoin address that she sent the money to, okay? So everything about that transaction or that Bitcoin address would then appear here, okay? So this is kind of like your proof that the transaction was done and it was completed. If there was no money sent to that address, remember that with mining, they generate one address for one transaction. What am I saying? They generate one invoice with one address for one transaction. Okay, so you can use that address to check whether that transaction was successfully completed. And you can just also paste the address here or if you have the TXID, paste it here and then click on search. So if maybe your phone is not doing it nicely, maybe change to a, what you call it, computer or laptop. Ne?
Okay, okay.
So this
No,
is
I
where
got
we
it.
get
Thank
our
you.
proof.
Okay. No, no problem. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Any more questions, guys? We have now hit the hour. Anyone else with a question? Everybody confident that at least the basics can be done nicely. This is the blockchain. Ne? Every transaction, remember we say Bitcoin runs on the blockchain. So this is blockchain. Every transaction of Bitcoin runs here. Like you saw now, we just checked it. Even when it comes to our minings, you can check, okay? Yeah, you can check mining charts and all of that stuff, but maybe story for another day. Let's not overwhelm each other and confuse each other. So yeah, basically the key thing is that you are able to open your own account. Invoice on Mining City is the easiest thing you can ever do. So I just want to go to the top here and go to altcoin. So basically that's what you will do. All right. And you familiarize yourself with using the menu button and what you get on menu. Make sure always your profile is done correctly. Just a quick recap, you have uploaded everything you should with your profile, and you know how to deposit and withdraw. So basically these are two things that you will mostly use. And if you want to check the transaction or history of the transactions that you have done on the platform, you can click over here, okay? Help Center, obviously, the nice thing about Altcoin is that you can contact them. I think now because of COVID, it is hard to get them on the phone, but if you want to maybe call, talk to them and inquire about a transaction or something that has to do with your account, you can get them here. And they've also uploaded a lot of information that can help you understand cryptocurrencies better. I think they also have videos, you know, there's quite a lot of things that you can check out here. So click away and yeah, don't be scared. All right. Yes, Nokia. Hello, Nokia.
Hey, good day. Good day from this Busile. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you very much. I've got a question, Leader. Can you say something on securing your wallet?
Sorry?
How to secure your wallet?
Oh,
can you say
yes.
something on securing your wallet, please?
For securing your wallet, you would have to activate your Google Authenticator. Name? I think that's under profile. Yes. I don't want to go on profile, yes. But click on profile and then activate your Google Authenticator. Okay. And then just pair your Google Authenticator with this. It's just a matter of scanning. I'll do that maybe on another file. I don't know. You know, Zoom, you can shoot and whatever. I don't want to open up my profile. There's some.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, one more last question. You can't use blockchain. You have to have Altcointrader or Luna, right?
You want to use blockchain for? As a wallet? Leadership. You were saying you can't use blockchain as in what? You want to use blockchain as a wallet?
No, I mean, you see what you've shown us today on Altcointrader, yes. And you said you can do it on Luna as well, right?
Yes.
So my question is, can't you use blockchain instead of the two? You just use blockchain?
You can use any wallet you want. Remember at the beginning, or maybe you went there, we said that all exchanges basically work the same. So the key thing that is needed is for you to have an exchange wallet. Blockchain also offers a wallet. You can open a wallet with blockchain. There's many places where you can open a cryptocurrency wallet. So it's entirely up to you which one you want to use. But the reason I spoke of these two, it's because they are most popular within our networks, that people will use altcoin, and maybe they are also easier. Like I was saying that with altcoin, you can even go and deposit manually at the bank. So this is just for basic, using of exchange. If you've gotten a wallet with blockchain, obviously with that, go happy. And any other place where you have a wallet, you can use you can even pay using your, your Coineo. Or you can, I don't know about ChainX now. I've been educated about ChainX. I'm still in the process of learning how to use it. I haven't opened it yet, but I see people are also using that. You see, there's lots of, Hannah also listed a lot of exchanges. So, but the basic thing, the purposes of this session was that people get comfortable with using an exchange wallet.
Oh, okay, thank you, sis.
All right, you're welcome. Have you covered or done sessions on how to send Altcointrader to exchanges that use BTC Vault and then to Mining City? No, I have not covered. I have not opened Mining City on this session on purpose, because I wanted the focus to be on the exchange wallet. Yeah? On the exchange wallet, how to open it, how to deposit money, how to buy your own Bitcoin, and where you would go when you are sending or when you're withdrawing those Bitcoins from the exchange wallets. Okay. By the time you do the Mining City part, then it's gonna be easy. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna be doing sessions every week, I think, until at least I'm confident that my partners can run with things on their own. We are doing digital business, isn't it? So people should be able to do stuff at their home. Thank you for the presentation. Very insightful. Let's see. Farah.
Sorry, Sissy.
Yes, Sissy.
Sorry to disturb you. There was a guy, sorry to bother with you. There was a guy who said he would leave his number here on the chat box, but he hasn't left it. And I've tried logging into apps now as we were talking, and I'm still struggling. I can't see.
Okay, he left the number. Here. I'll paste the number again. Here's
I left the number.
I think maybe
I can't find it in the chat here.
Maybe you were kicked out and your chats were cleaned up.
Oh, maybe. Yes, when I was
I left it now.
Okay, thank you.
Check again. Oh, there. Thank you. There it is. Thank you so much.
All right. Anyone else who needs help, guys? And remember that you don't only use an exchange when you are buying, né? Like, guys, really, we are now transforming to crypto life, being cryptocurrency users and all. So you're not only using your cryptocurrency exchange that one time when you're buying a package, okay? So just make a habit of it. It's like banking. You wouldn't stay with money at home and only take it to the bank just because you have to pay your debit order. You probably prefer it staying there, okay? So be cryptocurrency users and cryptocurrency holders and all. Increase your knowledge on cryptocurrencies, how to use them, go buy vault. At some point, we will look at how you buy Bitcoin Vault on other exchanges and yeah, on top of buying your package. Obviously, key thing, you have to buy your package, okay? All right, I think that's it. We are a little bit over the time, but at least we didn't, stay for too long in the meeting. Thank you so much for your time, guys. If there are questions, you can still forward them to me after the meeting. I'm on Facebook, Fundi Swashoba. You will get me there, okay? Thank you. Thanks for attending.
Thanks, leader.
Chop, chop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye-bye.